in my life. Creativity. I found out I had very creative talents that I was never aware of. They started to develop. I also felt like I didn't talk to God. I didn't see a light. I didn't see Jesus or God, but I knew I was in the presence of my God, my higher power. I knew I was in the presence. And I felt like I received telepathically, or however you want to explain it, a knowing. I came back with all this knowing. And so after a while, I contacted the International Association of Near-Death Experiencers, and they tested me and they validated my near-death experience. And to this day, I set off every alarm in the airport. It's really humiliating. Something about my vibration, no one can figure it out, but it will go electronic devices detected, no bells go off, and they have to chat. But so my passion really is to change mental health. It has come a long way since 1987 and even 2000. You know, it's come a long way, and we need to talk about mental illness because there's such a stigma about it. I thought mental illness were the people at my mom's mental asylum. I did not think sadness, depression, and acute anxiety was mental illness, but it's dis-ease. What mental illness is a dis-ease. And we need to be able to talk to each other and reach out, because the stigma just crushes people and they won't get the help they need because they don't want to be judged. And that's why I love mindfulness, because we learn not to judge others. We learn to be compassionate, which I was born to be kind. So that part comes easy for me. And I have no idea how long I've been speaking. So I just want to thank you so much, ladies, and Veronica, for this gold standard platform of excellence. It's an honor to be sharing the screen with all of you. And I thank all of you for your devotion and love to the humanity. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Veronica. Thank you so much for having me. It's really a blessing in my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, dear Laura, for having you as well. So on our platform, as you mentioned it, we together we are powerful. Together we can make a difference, especially when we are admitting our challenges and when we can share our transformation. That's what matters at the end. It doesn't matter if we have been struggling and if we have been also emotionally maybe somehow affected deep down, because if we look around, every single human being, yeah, it's suffering because of a trauma in one of another way. Every single human being. I never have seen in my life a human who do not has a trauma.
Me either. We all go through them. It's the ebb and flow of life, and we will continue to go through them. And it's how we learn to react. And I can tell you one thing. The only thing that matters in this world is the love that we give. I can tell you we go on. Our conscious goes on. Our body stays here, but our soul, our light, our spirit goes on. And all we take with us is all the love and all the memories. And there is no pain. There is no guilt. There is no shame. There is no grudges. There is no nothing but abundant love. There are not words in the dictionary to describe my experience, but I know that we are meant to be with the people that God puts us with, and He will remove the people from your life that block you and hold you back from reaching your goals and dreams.
Thank you for mentioning that. I do also believe in that I am always protected despite the fact that some people are struggling with themselves, because people who are harming another people, they are struggling with themselves. Do it envy, do it jealousy, do it maybe because they don't have clear strategy to grow, or maybe do another reasons. What matters at the end is to be a role model for those people, like to give them an example that they can focus on their growth instead of harming other people. Because if we are connected, with our soul, if we are really identifying our soul purpose and mission in life, then we have to learn to leave a mark,
Yes.
a very significant mark, which can transform thousands or even millions of lives. Thank you so much for sharing also your life experience, your struggles, your challenges, but the most, your beautiful transformation, which has helped you to be together here with us and to motivate us and to inspire us, because I really felt very, very inspired by your life experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's about overcoming, learning to overcome. I did not know how to overcome anything, and now I can overcome anything. It may knock me down, but like a phoenix, I will rise from those ashes again. Over and over, I'll just do it again until I move on. But I'm so proud that I can leave a better legacy to my grandchildren than to quit. So thank God that I'm here and leaving a better legacy for my family and a better mental health system coming behind me that they won't ever go through. That's my mission. I won't stop last breath.
Yes, please, Maria. Maria wants to mention something as well relating to this topic, I think.
Yes, I wanted to just very briefly comment to something that Laura said when she said she went into this dark, very dark place where she felt very safe, right? And that is such a crucial experience, because you'll notice everything else, as I understood it, to correct me if I'm wrong, but everything else was collapsing. Everything else was not working, right? Because you were actually, everything was defunct, right? But that just goes to show you how totally different, like our rational whole like apparatus that we have up here is from our real whole subconscious self. Because your observation, like medically, is 200% accurate. That's when people when they think everything is over, everything is finished, it's done with, it's death, but that is where life at its fullest comes in.
We go through, I call it, I'm writing a book called In Heaven's Womb, because I felt the love that an embryo or fetus would feel in the womb of its mother, the warmth, that I felt like I was wrapped in love. And at first I thought I was in purgatory, waiting in a holding place, and that I was going to go to hell for trying to end my life, but that's not what happened at all. And so it just changed everything about the way I thought, the way I related to the world. And
exactly.
I just pounded the pavement till I rewired my own brain. I did it from the ground up, and I worked very hard. But you build mastery at these things by continuing to surround yourself with positive people, and to keep doing the next right thing. And the next right thing, God will walk you out of the darkness.
Yep.
He will get you out of the wilderness with patience and walking by faith and not by sight.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you to both of you. And now, so I would do love invite the next speaker, and guess who is that? Vilma. So, Vilma, the floor is yours. Please introduce yourself and share as well. So, your life story experience with us.
Hi, girls. Hello. Hi, dear Laura. What a pleasure being here, sharing the stage with you again. Thank you, dear Veronica, for inviting me. I'm really, really amazed by the opportunity. And hi, Patricia. There you are. Hello.
Hello, voice network.
Hi. Nice to see you here.
Okay. Who is
Hello.
speaking? It's you.
Okay. So I'm always so happy to share my life experience and to since it brought the mission of my life, I was before the meeting talking with the coordinator of for the education here in my city, and we will be holding a project in September. We're gonna get started with a project called Educating for the Future. And the idea for this project came from my experience of life. And in this project, we're gonna be talking and work with the girls from the community, empowering them to, in order they have a better future through education. So we'll be there working with them and talking about the importance of studying, how the opportunity to study brings good opportunities, how studying can change your life, because that was what happened with me. I am where I am today, and I have many opportunities today because I embraced the opportunities life gave me. I studied really hard, and today I have the opportunity to be here learning from feminine leaders from all around the globe, learning from Veronica, and who has an inspiring story as well, and has been empowering women all around the globe. And then it is such a privilege. And this is my mission, doing the same for other girls that, like me, didn't have the opportunity to study. I have already told my stories sometimes, and it all started when I was really young and my parents didn't have any good opportunities. My dad just studied till the third grade because when he was 10 years old, he needed to start working to help his parents to feed their kids, and also my mom stopped studying so early because she got married with my dad at that time. When they started dating, they were supposed to get married, and then she got married, and then she got pregnant when she was 15 years old, and she didn't have the opportunity to continue studying. But my dad always told me and my mom that we should study. We are four children. I have a sister and two brothers, and we always listen from my parents, study, because this is the only opportunity you have to have a better life. And then he was always, since he didn't have the opportunity to study, he was always working with the hardest kind of job, like working with the tomato plantation, taking care of goats, and making fences, this kind of job that are really hard working. And then as I am the oldest child, he used to say that I was, he used to talk with me, oh, you are my boy, you are the boy that I have, because I was the one always helping him. My sister and brothers were at home with my mom, and I was always with my dad helping him with the tomato plantation, with the goats and everything. I was 6, 7 years old, and I was there helping him. And he taught me to help. And for me, I remember that for me, it was a pleasure helping my dad and seeing that he was happy that I was there helping him. And then when I was 13 years old, we were living in a farm, and the owner of the farm was a owner of, he had an English school. And then I was always there helping him with the goats and stuff, and I was always happy because that was something that I felt my heart warm, that I could help my dad, and I could see that he was proud of me. And then once teacher Dede asked me, Vilma, would you like to study English? And then I told him, wow, that would be a dream, but I don't have money to pay because it was a private language school. And then he told me that he would give me as a gift the scholarship if I wanted. And then I told him that I promised him that I would be his best student. And then my dad agreed on that. And then I started studying English for free. Then in the morning, I used to go to school. In the morning, twice a week, I was downtown studying English. And the other days, I was helping my dad in the afternoon with the tomato plantation. That was for some years, and then when I was 17, we moved it downtown because my parents wanted that we have better opportunities for job. And then I started working in a shoe company, and then I went at that time. I looked at me and said, Vilma, what are you doing at that shoe factory? Why don't you start going to university and maybe become an English teacher? And then I told him that that would be a dream, but I have money because my salary from the shoe factory was really small. Then he told me that if I wanted, if you go at the university and you ask them and you show them that you want to study, you have you can pay just small fees, or maybe you can write a project and you'll be studying for free. And then the next day, I remember that I went to the university when I was 18 years old, and then I really find out that was true. I could study there for free or paying a small fee. And then I started studying. I graduated language, Portuguese, and Spanish. And then I became an English teacher. And then with time, new opportunities came. I was invited to be an English teacher in a private school in my town. And then later I was invited to be a teacher in a language school. And then the opportunities came, and then I was always grabbing the opportunities. Even I was afraid of doing that. I would too go and not forget, not to worry about it if it would be difficult or something like that. Always when someone invited me to do something new, to give me a chance, I wouldn't ask before I would say yes, I go, and after that, okay, what am I supposed to do? And this is the kind of things that I still do today. Today, when I receive the invitation, okay, I'm going, and after that, okay, Veronica, please tell me what am I supposed to do. So this is what I learned with my dad. Always grab the opportunities that you have, because maybe that is the only chance you have. And this is what I've been working with my students. And then after a long time, I've been working as an English teacher. And with the years, I found out that I could be more than just an English teacher. I could be a mentor, I could be a coach, helping people to develop the skills they need to have a better life. Then today, I am teaching my students. I've been studying a lot about PNL. I study a lot about the way you learn and public speaking. I watch lots of videos, I read a lot, and I am organizing myself always and reading and learning to be a better person. And then I teach these techniques to my students, and then they can communicate in English, because English is something that people are afraid of communicating. They are afraid they can't speak, they are afraid they can't remember. And then I created a new methodology, and I've been working as an English teacher for 20 years, more or less. But in these 3 last years, I developed a new methodology. I've been able to make my students comfortable and free to communicate. So the students come to me and they say, you know, I've studied English for some years. One of them last month told me, I've studied English for 6 years, but I feel I'm not able to communicate. Can you help me? And then I started working with him, and with short period of time, I was able to change his mindset. And now he is working, he's being part of international meetings where I am connecting my students to students and teachers from different countries, and there is my student. Some time ago, he told me that he was not able to communicate. So using the right techniques, the right tools, I've been able to change their mindset, and I've been able to help them to communicate with anyone. And my students tell me that using the techniques and using the tools that I've been teaching them, they are able to communicate better at work. They are able to present some activities at school, at the university. They are better human beings. They are communicating better because I have been helping them. So I've been learning a lot, and with this opportunity of being in international platforms and being connecting with Laura and many others, I've been learning how to help others. And this is what I feel my mission. Being able to help other people, being able to change their way of thinking, being able to empower them to believe that if they really want, they are able to do anything. And my story of life has been empowering them because I was from a poor community. We didn't have any money, and even though I had the opportunity to learn English, and because I studied really hard, I graduated in university, I did post-graduation, and today I have the opportunity to learn with the best educators from around the globe. I am into platforms that I could never imagine I would be there. And if I did, anyone can do. So I'm always teaching them, believe in yourself. And this is the sentence that I learned from my dad since I was a child. Believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, if you believe that you can do, no one will ever stop you. But first of all, you have to believe that you can. And once I'm able to make my students believe in themselves, because first of all, I believe in them, so they can see in my eyes that I love what I'm doing, and that way they become passionate about that as well, and they become free and comfortable to learn and believe in themselves. And this year, in March, I had the opportunity, I was invited to represent Brazil at the United Nations, and I was there for 15 days, talking with feminine leaders from all around the globe. We were talking about women empowerment, we were talking about education, and then because of I grabbed the opportunity of studying English, because I studied really hard, I had this opportunity. I was invited to be there in the United Nations, learning and sharing ideas with more than 1,200 women from different countries. And that's all because I believed in myself and I studied hard. And then that's why I feel I have this mission, and I need to do the same for many girls and women from different countries, and mainly from my community. And I guess I have spoken more than I was supposed to. We kind of forget the time. And I'd like to say thank you, Veronica, again. I'm so happy for this opportunity. And it's always a pleasure learning and sharing with these amazing women from all around the world. Thank you, and congratulations on the hard work you have been doing.
Thank you so much, Vilma. It's a honor to having you here with us, so on the Feminine Leadership Summit platform. And the key statement from your life story is you can become anything you want and whatever you want at any time when you want. So what matters is your determination and the love for what you are doing, the devotion.
That's true.
And also your mission. So you have to identify your mission in life so that you can make a difference to transform people's life and to leave also a significant mark so behind you, because that's what matters the most. Thank you so much for your beautiful and impactful story. I know how difficult is the economical situation in Brazil. It's not easy. Maybe now it's getting better step by step, but if we look back in the time, it was really very difficult. That's like true. In many another countries. And I'm admiring you properly, you know, for the courage that you have and for your determination, because you have been working so hard to create so much. And it's not only about what you have created, but it's also about the fact that you are encouraging so many people, and the fact that you are changing the life of so many people, and you are helping them to become a better person in their life and to identify as well their mission. This is what matters so in our life. Thank you so much
I think
again. And now I would love to invite our next honorable guest, Patricia Gonde from Zimbabwe. So welcome to the Feminine Leadership Summit, and introduce yourself, please, and share your beautiful and powerful story with us. So I am ready to learn from you.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the speakers here and all the viewers across the globe. I hope my internet won't discourage me because, like I told you, we are waiting for presidential election results. So everyone is on the internet today. I would like to acknowledge Veronica Seba for giving me the opportunity today to be with you. Thank you so much for all your stories, Velma. We have met so many times. Laura, I follow you every time on Facebook. Last week I was praying about your husband who was in hospital. Thank you so much. Now, I would like just to share a personal journey of self-worth and empowerment because it relates to our feminine leadership. As you know that I am an educationist. Yes, I started my teaching right back in 1991, 32 years ago, and I'm still in the teaching field. Determination, resilience, you know, with Zimbabwe economy, teachers are the least paid of all the civil servants here in Zimbabwe. So you see that as the head of academics, I grew up, yes, in Bulawayo, second largest city of Zimbabwe. My father, yes, didn't have, was a caretaker. And luckily we were able to finish school, but I was the last one in that family. So when I was now in school, he was now retiring to go to the rural areas. So I changed the schools like no one's business. In primary school, I had to do 4 years school. I changed the school 4 times. High school, I changed school 4 times. And it took a toll on my results. And I ended up following my passion. Yes, my father wanted me to be a nurse. I didn't stay in the nursing field because that wasn't my passion. I joined teaching, and here I am, I'm still a teacher. So I rose from the ranks of being a teacher to be a deputy head, to be the head of the head of the academic department in my school. And I have experienced firsthand the pressures and challenges that come, especially with leadership. You know, when you are a female leader and suddenly 2021, during COVID time, I was promoted to be the deputy head. And I had to be in charge of the academics department, and then COVID came. No one knew about online learning, so we're thrown in the deep end. We had to go on the net, we had to research. So you see, you face those too much pressures, the expectations of your supervisors. You are still new. So we had to quickly train everyone so that everyone was, at least we could use Microsoft Teams with our students. So these expectations from our parents, the demands from our supervisors, the responsibilities towards my team so that we could have a fully fledged online learning taking place. Also, the way of ensuring that the academic excellence sometimes feels overwhelming. You feel like you're a Coca-Cola can that is being depressed, all the pressures coming in. I confess that there was a time when I doubted myself. When I looked down upon my own abilities, and I had to question whether I was truly capable of leading. So after this promotion, I found myself caught in a whirlwind of self-doubt. I felt maybe like an imposter, believing that maybe at the time I was promoted was not the right time, or that maybe there were some people who were more qualified and deserving of the position I held. So this pressure mounted so much, and I contemplated leaving my role, convinced that I was not living up to the expectations placed upon me. But then I took a moment to reflect on my journey. Yes, coming from a government school, being promoted at one of the prestigious private schools in Zimbabwe, I looked back at where I had started from, the progress I had made, and the contributions I had made to this organization. It was in that moment of self-reflection that I realized the importance of self-acclamation and authentication. So self-worthy is not an external validation. It comes from within you. It is about recognizing and embracing our unique strengths that we have, the skills that we have, the experiences that we have. We face so many challenges, and sometimes, like what Laura was discussing, we have so many wounds, we've got so many scars. But let me tell you that these scars are not signs of weakness, but they are reminders of our strengths. They are reminders of our strength in overcoming what challenges we face in life. These scars, they tell us the story of resilience, because I almost left my work that time because of all the pressures that I was facing from different departments, different from parents. So as feminine leaders, sometimes we bring a distinctive perspective to the table. I had to sit down with all our teams, and we had to do the training there and then. We had to train the students, we had to train the parents, so that at least we could move on. So our collaborative nature, our ability to empathize, our focus on building relationships, these are very powerful assets that we must have as feminine leaders, and they contribute so much to the success of our team, to the success of our organizations. And it is very crucial, very important for us to overcome the self-doubt. Sometimes we have that self-doubt, and we must also challenge the negative self-talk that we have. Sometimes we tell ourselves that I am not able to do this. Who said so? You have given this responsibility. Take it on. And we must challenge these negative narratives that we have. We tell ourselves and replace them with affirmations. Every day we should start our days with affirmation of our worth, of our capabilities. And we must remember that our journey is not defined solely by our titles. Yes, I wear the title, but I had to bring down myself to the level of my workmates so that we could sit down together and work, forge the way forward. So it is not solely by our titles, but by the passion and the dedication that we bring to the work. So, feminine leadership is about authenticity. We are talking about authenticity. We need to embrace our true selves, leading from a place of vulnerability. I was very vulnerable to abuse from everyone, parents, everyone looking at me, and we need to conform. We need not to conform. Maybe sometimes we need to conform to the notions of leadership. Instead, we have the opportunity. Sometimes we need to redefine what it means to lead with grace, to lead with empathy, and include everyone, to be inclusive. So in the face of pressure, in the face of expectations, it is essential sometimes for us to set those boundaries and prioritize what we call also self-care. We don't need to forget about ourselves, and we cannot effectively lead and inspire others if we neglect ourselves and our well-being. So by taking care of ourselves, we model the importance of self-worth and self-care to our teams. So I stand here today as a testament to the power of self-affirmation and authentication. And I chose not to succumb to self-doubt, but rather to rise above the doubts that I had. And in doing so, I have discovered my true potential as a leader. So as feminine leaders here today, let us celebrate our accomplishments, acknowledge our worth, and support one another in this journey that we are doing right now. We have the ability to create profound change, to empower, inspire others around us, and together we can break down these barriers, we can break down, shatter those glass ceilings, and redefine what it means to be a leader. And remember, self-worth is not a destination, it is a continuous journey. So we need to embrace this uniqueness that we have. We need to be authentic and never underestimate the impact we have. So let us lead with confidence, resilience, and a deep sense of self-worth that we can be capable of achieving. Then we are able to achieve greatness. Thank you so much. I can move on and can talk up to the end. I don't know whether I was clear. Thank you so much. Let us continue to uplift each other, empower one another.
Thank you so much, Dr. Patricia, for your powerful story. I really love the fact how you have associated your childhood with the leadership, which is very, very powerful. It's giving so much insight. Like being a child, we are forgetting how curious we are in our childhood, and how many desires do we have to achieve something in our life? How big do we dream in our childhood? And you have brought those examples from your childhood to the leadership, because this platform, it's exactly they're about. So it's about empowering female leaders to inspire and to motivate them. So thank you so much for sharing with us this powerful and beautiful association, because we have to learn, in my opinion, to unleash our leader genius child, and going back and connecting as well with our inner child, and to unleashing the leader genius, even if we are women. So thank you so much. It's a very, very beautiful story and powerful story that you have shared with us. Now I would love to invite our next honorable guest. And guess who is that? That's Dr. Anastasia Levin. So welcome to the Feminine Leadership Summit, where we are empowering and motivating and inspiring female leaders.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please introduce yourself and share with us your life story experience.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for this opportunity. And hey, greetings from the Bahamas. We call it the 242, and I say all the time, it's better in the Bahamas. And so I'm excited to be here. And I like to, speak briefly on things that have helped me in leadership. Understanding that I ran from leadership, and most leaders run from leadership. For the mere fact that you want to be in the background, but you get tormented until you actually do what it is that you were assigned to do, and you feel it in your belly. And so the things that you're frustrated about and the things that you try to duck and dodge when everybody else is quiet and you're speaking on it, that's the thing that you really have to dive into and really tackle because it is your assignment. So those persons who are not sure about what their assignment is in the earth and your leadership stance to it are the things most of the times that bothers you, the things that frustrates you. You have to find a solution there because you have it inside of you. So it's going to frustrate you until you actually find the solution for it. So I am in the Bahamas. My background is banking and finance. And then I tapped into the hotel industry. And after that, I tapped into entrepreneurship for the mere fact of I understood later on in life personality types. And so I teach on personality types, and I also teach on 3 major laws that affect us in our lives. And once we understand certain laws, then we're going to have a better life, and we're going to be able to do better in leadership, and we're going to be able to do better in the world at large, and have influence on our family, have influence in religion, have influence in the media, have influence in government, have influence in education, have influence in entertainment, because once we understand who we are, we'll be able to tap into the 7 mountains of influence, because leadership is simply one word, and that's influence. Who are you influencing? And so I found myself understanding laws about maybe 10 years ago. A gentleman by the name of Dr. Miles Monroe, who is a Bahamian, he taught me leadership. And he taught me laws and principles that governs life. And one of the key laws was the law of reciprocity. And most people do not understand that you cannot have what you don't give. And so whatever it is that you want, you have to give that first. If you want money, then you have to give money. If you want love, then you have to give love. If you want to have peace, you have to sow peacefulness. So whatever it is you want in life, you have to sow that. There are a lot of people who are in business and doing things, so they are operating on the receivership side. And if you're only a person who just wants to receive and don't give, you won't be able to build quality relationships. And I tell people all the time, relationships are currencies, because in 2019, we had a hurricane here in the Bahamas, Hurricane Dorian, and we had 70,000 homeless people. And because I had great relationships with people, although we had money, all the banks, they were gone. And so we had no access to the money, but I had access to relationships. And so relationships are currency. So whatever it is we needed were sent to us because of relationships. So relationships are so important even in leadership. And so most people are situated in a place of self-sabotage because you're just pouring and nobody's pouring back into you. And so what are you doing then? You are violating a law, and that is called the law of reciprocity. So I always teach people, if you are doing business, understand, and if you are a part of a platform, you serve that platform first, and then you're going to be served back. And so I was able to get help and meet people and connect with people because of the law of reciprocity. If somebody wants me to speak somewhere, I speak. If they want to give me something, fine. If they don't give me something, it's fine, because I'm understanding the law of reciprocity. I have this over. And so I was speaking because I understand the law. I understand the seeds that's being sown. And then also the law of recognition. One of the things we have to recognize in life is whose voice to listen to. You cannot listen to everybody's voice that align with your purpose in life, align with what it is that you are here to do. And because some people are listening to the wrong voices, they're getting the wrong messages and going down the wrong road. And so you have to recognize whose voice to listen to. And so you have that inner feeling, you know when something is right, or you know when something is wrong. And I've proven it time and time again. Every time I do not listen to my inner gut about a situation or about people, I am always embarrassed. I am always put on the losing end because I know I was not supposed to do that. I didn't recognize. And so I always tell people, and I have a show that's called Sit with the Winners. The conversation is different. You have to learn how to align yourself with winners and not whiners. Don't listen to the wrong people. And thirdly, understand the law of compensation. A lot of people want to be compensated for things that they have not done because people just want validation and they want awards and they want this. But really, have you given to that cause? Have you given enough effort to it? Because the law of compensation simply says that if you give 20% effort, you're going to get 20% reward. So you cannot expect to get 100% reward when you give 20% effort because it violates the law of compensation. And so in my life, I purpose to connect with like-minded women so that we're able to come together, put all the thoughts together and figure out how I can serve you and how you can serve me, because we all need one another. That's just how it is. I don't have everything. What I have, you don't have. And what you don't have, I have. So we have to kind of like piece it all together to see exactly how to put the team together. And so with that and with my life experience, I've been able to travel a lot and meet a lot of people and still have lasting relationships for years and years and years and years and years, because and that's how I live my life. I believe that relationships are currencies. I believe that if you can serve a platform, serve the platform. I believe that if you have information, share the information. There is no competition. How when all of us have different gifts? I keep telling people that if you're an interior designer, I'm not hating on you because I cannot do that. That is not my gifting. And I tell people, if you want to learn your gifting, then you go on a lot of networking platforms. Listen, because something is going to resonate with you. You're going to feel something in your belly leap. You're going to feel something jump that resonates with you and be like, okay, I think I can do that. That's how you find these things. So this platform is very, very important to network and to make sure that you tell your story, because somebody needs to hear from you. Your voice is very important. You cannot make a change globally if you do not speak. And I tell people, evil persists when good men do nothing. You don't have to do a bunch of stuff to cause a problem. Just be silent. And you have already contributed to the problem. Evil persists when good men do nothing. Lend your voice. If you know you have a niche in an area, serve that area. You want to speak on the platform, whatever topic it is, somebody needs your voice. That is me in a nutshell. And I assist a lot of people and doing a lot of retreats in the Bahamas because I am a people-to-people ambassador for my country. So people come here to me, sit on the waters. And those of you who know Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he wrote his I Have a Dream speech on the beautiful waters in the Bahamas. So anybody who wants to come to the Bahamas, you have a friend in the Bahamas, because that is my job, to serve the world in that form and in that fashion. And trust you me, you will be rewarded because of the simple law of reciprocity. It will come back to you. And sometimes it doesn't come back from the platform that you serve. Sometimes the person somewhere else hears your voice because of this platform and then they connect with you. So you don't worry where it's coming back from. It will come back to you. So that is me in a nutshell. I am Dr. Anastasia Lewis. I'm all the way in the Bahamas, and I am here to lend my voice to the world and lend my voice on leadership and lend my voice to empower women for them to understand. You want to see a change in your life? You want to see money come to you? You want to see wealth come to you? Serve. While you're waiting on God, or if you're calling it the universe, whatever you're calling on it, while you're waiting, do what waiters do. Serve. And that's me in a nutshell. I want to thank the platform. I want to thank you for allowing me to share. And I want to encourage all of you wonderful women, continue to open your mouths and speak. Somebody needs your voice. Good afternoon, everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anastasia. Your voice is very powerful and really to the point. So I really do love everything what you mentioned. So especially the key lesson is leadership is about building up relationships. If we don't have access to the finances, we do get access to powerful and influential people whom we can build up powerful and beautiful relationships. And these relationships can help us to grow. These relationships can contribute also to our life changement. Thank you so much. So it's very, very insightful, everything what you have shared with us. And what catched us to my attention, because I am implementing the art of giving and receiving as well, creating balance, because if there isn't so the balance between giving and receiving, our energy is getting empty, and that's not healthy. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why we have to learn so the art of giving and receiving, or the way how you have called that reciprocity. Yeah, so thank you so much for the lessons that you have shared with us. It's a huge honor to having all of you so on this powerful platform for female leaders who are ready to go, who are ready to transform lives and to make a huge difference in the society. Before we are gonna close the Feminine Leadership Summit, I would love to ask you kindly to share with us a video, or to record a video leaving behind a message of gratitude. So the message of gratitude will serve not only me and you, but it will encourage, empower, inspire, and motivate another woman to take action. So the message of gratitude will inspire another woman who are struggling with, are maybe doubting themselves to take action and to change their lives. So thank you so much. Again, it's really a huge, huge honor to having you all here, and I do really appreciate your contribution to the growth of another female leaders. For now, this is all. I would love also to hear your feedback. So regarding the platform, what could we improve? What could we do better? Because when we are together, when we unite together, we are powerful. And I really do appreciate your feedback. There is someone who would love to give some insights or some feedback that we could improve on the platform. And the next time, I would love also to ask you kindly to invite someone with you who might be interested, to expand her voice and to be heard, to be seen, to be felt as well, because it's there about to impact another people and to change their lives. If you don't have anything more to say, so I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your contribution. Laura, would you love to say something?
No, I just wanted to thank you so much for having this platform. You are class, you are world class. And I feel like I am among the elite of leadership here. And you fill my cup runneth over. That's all I can say. And I will make a video and share it to the WhatsApp group. Is that right? Can we share it in there?
Yes, you can share it in our WhatsApp group. You can also share it with Monica, with my personal assistant. She will assist all of you. And then we are going to publish on YouTube. So the message of gratitude.
Oh, nice.
And yes, we are going to promote you as well. So you will be seen globally. The message of gratitude. Yes, we will also publish on our website. So on the Elite Global Leadership Club website, which is a global organization for those who don't know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. Love it. Thank you so much.
I
It's
would,
been wonderful, ladies.
I would like to say something. Can you still hear me?
Mhm.
Yes, sure.
Good. Yes, I want to thank you. This is my first time actually speaking with you. I think I was on a platform with the Business Leadership Academy. I think so. That's the name of it. But
Business Power Academy, maybe. Business
yes,
Power Academy.
yes.
That's my company. That's my academy.
Yes, but I've never spoken with you personally before. And so when I saw it again, I joined the WhatsApp group, not realizing that this was happening today. So when, because I think I skimmed it, I didn't read it properly. And so that is why I was late in sending my bio and stuff, because Monica was like, I need it now. I'm like, what you talking about? She said, she's like, this is tomorrow. I'm like, really? So I just want you to know that's why I was kind of late, because I didn't realize it was actually today. But it all, you know, it all still works out. But I want you to understand that what you're doing is powerful. And I want you to understand that you are a connector and connecting women globally. And most of the times, sometimes you don't see the result of what you're doing right away. But, you know, just one day you're going to get a call that's going to change your entire life because of the seeds that you sow in a platform just like this. A lot of women need this platform to speak. A lot of women need to be heard. And as you're saying, I will record my video, and I would wish that everybody go on and do the same and basically support this platform, because we need to be heard. There are a lot of women that need breakthroughs in their lives, and your story really does that for them. So I just want to thank you, and everybody else who made the time to be on here today. Understand that this is not gone in vain. It was a great seed that was sown today. That's what I want to say.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anastasia. Related to your message, I want also to mention something that during all my conferences, there were present so many people that we have had also 100 people at once on one conference, even more. And I think that this is one of the reasons why you never have had the chance to speak to me personally, because there was always a team on the background whom I was organizing the conferences. And because of the presence of so many people, like you never know, who is really present, on the conference. Like you see maybe once or twice the face, the first last name of the person, and when you are seeing back, I have had the same today with you. When I saw your first and last name, when I saw your presence, so this lady was I think on one or two of my conferences, right?
Yes. Yes. I love your platform.
Yeah, thank you so much. I am happy that I can serve all of you, and that I can contribute as well to everyone's of your growth. There is someone else who wants us to leave a message, or maybe you want to mention something? Because we are here together to improve the quality of our platform and to empower another woman. Let me see who is present. Patricia, Laura, Dr. Marianne, Dr. Anastasia. No, Dr. Maria is, I think it's not anymore present. I want to thank you to all of you again, and so we are gonna close. This Feminine Leadership Summit, which we have been accomplishing with lots of success, and I am happy when I am seeing you happy. So that's my mission as a female leader. Thank you so much again. I'm wishing you a blessed and wonderful weekend. Take care.
No, è che